MS Excel. Financial function. To calculate straight-line depreciation.
Welcome back to MS Excel learning program. Today we are going to discuss depreciation. How to calculate the depreciation using MS Excel financial functions. There are around 7 financial functions available in Microsoft Excel to calculate depreciation of an asset. Before we apply financial function, let's get an understanding of what is depreciation. When an organization purchases an asset, that asset can be recorded as expense to the business. But an asset has a useful life of more than 1 year. So we need to spread the cost of asset over to the life of asset. For example, if an organization buy an asset of £500 for a useful life of 5 years, it means that asset is utilized for a value of £100 each year. So at the end of first year, written down value of asset will go down to the 400 and accumulated depreciation will go up to 100. For second year, written down value will go down to 300 and accumulated depreciation will go up to 200. For year 3, written down value will become 200 and accumulated depreciation will go 300. For year 4, £100 and accumulated depreciation is £400. And lastly, for year 5, asset written down value becomes 0 and accumulated depreciation will go to £500. That means asset has been fully utilized or fully depreciation or completely written off. The first method that can be used to calculate the depreciation is a very simple. It's called straight line depreciation of an asset. Before we discuss the syntax, let's have a look at the actual formula that is used to calculate the depreciation. In order to calculate the depreciation, we need to consider the cost of asset minus salvage value, and the result is divided by the useful life of the asset. The question is, what is salvage value? Salvage value is a scrap value of an asset when an asset is fully utilized over the life of that asset. At the end of useful life, if that asset is sold out, that value represents the salvage value. So in order to calculate the straight line depreciation of an asset, we need to deduct salvage value from the cost, and the result is divided by useful life of the asset. I have designed a practical table to demonstrate the application of function SLN. Let's move on to our table. In this table, an asset with a cost value of 50,000, salvage value 10,000 and expected useful life 10 years. Let's apply the SLN equal to SLN open parenthesis. The first one is the cost, which is 50,000, comma. Second one is a salvage, which is 10,000, comma. Third one is a life, it's 10 year, bracket close, and we get the result of £4,000 annual depreciation. Let's assume the life of asset is spread over 10 years starting from year 2017 until year 2026. So in our example, the first column is WDV at BOY, mean written down value at the beginning of year. At the beginning of the year, the asset value 50,000 can be recorded over here. The depreciation. The depreciation can be calculated using SLN open parenthesis cost, comma, salvage value, comma, life, bracket close. We need to copy the same formula to the rest of 9 years. So let's make each and every cell reference as absolute. B1 absolute, B2 absolute, and B3 absolute. Absolute and relative references has already been discussed in one of the lessons at the beginning. Now we can copy this function to the rest of 9 years. In this way, we can see that there is a fixed depreciation of the 4000 for each and every year. The depreciation method, which is used as straight line method, so for all 10 years depreciation method will remain same, which is straight line method. And this column represents written down value at end of year. We need to calculate this value. At the beginning of the year, cost was 50,000 minus the depreciation charge for the year is 4,000, so end of year written down value should be 46,000. And whereas accumulated depreciation is concerned, we have to add up the depreciation each and every year. So we need to sum up depreciation for every year. So in order to sum up, we have to freeze or make the first one reference as absolute, whereas left the second one as a relative. And we copy down, the first one will be frozen or absolute, and second relative reference can generate the results, and we can get the accumulation until the last year, which represent the 40,000. Now let's move on to the column. What was at the end of a first year, it becomes the beginning of next year. So at the end of first year, the value was 46,000. The same value will go to the beginning of next year 2018. We need to copy this one until year 9, and the same formula for the end of year can be copied to the year 9. So that is a complete table which represent the usage of SLN financial function of Microsoft Excel. We can see that at the beginning of the year the cost of asset was 50,000, and at the end of the 10th year the cost become 10,000, which is the salvage value, and during the period 40,000 depreciation has been charged to the profit and loss account.